And welcome back. It is the week of Who Would Win, so I am on my Who Would Win run. And we start off these week of Who Would Wins like we do now with the monthly Who Would Wins. I usually do 2 a month, because I usually do about 3 in a month's time. I usually do one at the beginning of the month when I'm doing the monthly Who Would Wins, the particular themed ones I do. And then when the week of Who Would Win comes, because I have so many options, suggestions, whatever, in that category, I usually crank out 2 in the week of Who Would Win. So we're starting off. And like I said, like I've always stated, I have a theme, and this one is something that I enjoy, Magic the Gathering, and in its lore there are characters known as Planeswalkers. In the world of Magic the Gathering, there are basically an infinite amount of worlds you can go to. Forgive me if you hear the beeping of the answering machine. Infinite amount of worlds, different planes, creatures, beings, everything like that. And there are beings, planes of existence, if you will, and there are beings who can traverse between these planes, who can walk among them, ergo, Planeswalkers. They're usually a bit stronger than your average type of mage or whatever character exists in them. Now, we've been going through them, and right now we are on Ajani Goldmane, who is a Leon, or a cat person. He is a humanoid cat man. In this case, he is a white albino lion. Now, his backstory is as such that he being albino, he's actually a bit of an outcast. It's like some sort of a tribal thing that being albino actually does make you an outcast in Leon society, at least on the plane he was born in, Naya. But he still grew up as a warrior, as a hunter, and somewhat of a warrior. But then he planes the walk to the plane of Jun, which is all about like survival of the fittest, dragons, and devoured, and things along those lines. And then he goes and forms bonds, friendships, things along those lines. Now, as a character, his powers are, he's actually more of a support character in many ways. He helps strength, because and it's expressed in his card too that he will gain you life, heal you. He will put +1/+1 counters to make things bigger, strengthen you. He can do that to himself to some extent as well. But he's definitely more cares about his allies more than he does himself. He's also capable, and this is a really interesting ability he has, is to more or less connect with someone's soul on some level and create what's the best way I can describe this ability? Create essentially like an avatar of energy equal to the opponent in strength. This is how he, in one of his past fights with the Dragon Planeswalker Nico Bolas, probably one of the biggest bads in the entire Magic lore, he was able to temporarily defeat him. But even he says, like, yeah, that's not going to work twice. I got lucky. I got really lucky, and I didn't kill him or anything. So, yeah, he can basically connect with someone's soul, a power of some kind, and create a copy. But he also carries around about, like, I should note that while his name is Ajani Goldmane, the art, you'll know, if you're a Magic fan, you'll know the art I'm using in the thumbnail is actually Ajani Vengeance, his second card interpretation. That's where he went back to, I believe he went back to Naya. I think he went back to Naya, and he was a bit on a little revenge spree, so they changed his color briefly up. But no, he's still he's still a physically very powerful individual. I mean, he's like, oh god, did they actually give a height? Because I was able to actually get a height on Garrick. Who I like to always call Garuk, because that just sounds cooler. Let's see now. Ajani Planeswalker, 1 second. There we go. Ajani Goldmane. Can I get a height? Because Garrett actually has they actually gave Garrick's height. I wonder if they actually have height for Ajani here. No, it doesn't look like they have a height for Ajani, and that's okay. No, not a big deal. But he still wields an axe that, I believe, I'm not mistaken, and just since I have this up here, yes, his specialty of magic is a purification of the body and the soul. Spells heal and strengthen allies, and to some extent himself, and spells that invoke the inner spiritual essence of others. Hence, when he created that spiritual avatar, I'm like, let me see here, Lara Unbroken. So basically, Ajani severed everyone's mana bonds and absorbed the last teeny bit of energy of the Maelstrom that Bolas had not. An event that was going on. Using that power, he called up an effigy of Bolas' soul and used it to banish Bolas from Alara. I doubt he's really banished, just to be clear. I doubt he's really banished, because he just doesn't have that power. Well, he does not have the power to just banish someone. He's a strong guy. I believe, though, that axe he wields was something that his brother, oh crap. I'm forgetting his name, and I just clicked off it. It probably was on there. Point being, his brother died, and yeah, so he knows how to use that axe too. He's actually, despite the fact he's not really a warrior per se, he's extremely effective combatant. You're talking about at least a 6 or 7 foot tall cat person, who's already a hunter, so he already knows how to fight like an animal. So he's an extremely effective hunter, but he's also got a civilized mind in many ways. So who the hell am I going to put against him? We're going Catman versus Catman. Obviously, you know who I put against him. Lion-O! Thundercats, ho! That's right, we're going Lion-O from Thundercats. Now, Lion-O is actually, now he did eventually mature up a bit, but he is, for instance, a 10-year-old kid stuck in an adult man's body. Apparently what happened was, during their trip to a planet, something happened with his capsule and it aged him like 10 or 20 years. So he's actually in like an adult body. Now, that being said, he has all the physicality that comes with it. He does have super strength, speed, things along those lines. It's not seriously impressive, though, super strength or super speed, all things considered. If we're well, for instance, when he fought He-Man in Death Battle, comparatively, he didn't stand a damn chance compared to He-Man. But that being said, he can still lift a couple tons easy, no problem. He's durable enough to tank some like laser blasts, things along those lines. He can survive in the vacuum of space. I remember that. He's about as fast, if not faster, than Chitara, who is the fastest of the Thundercats. So he's still got the skill, he just doesn't have the experience to back it up, and that can hurt him in the long run. He's also still got the mind of a child in many regards. But he wields the sword. Oh, actually, he also has the, where was it? Not the Sword of Omens, which is, oh god, what was it called? Obviously, his main weapon is the Sword of Omens. Damn it, what was the other damn thing? The Claw Shield. A golden shield gold-colored shield, anyway. Made of a very durable metal. It's mostly just used as a scabbard for the Sword of Omens when it's in dagger form, but it also does have a couple of abilities. It can shoot grappling hook claws out. It can dish out some damage in its own right, and it's pretty durable. Grappling hooks can be either used to attack an opponent or just, grapple. But the Sword of Omens obviously is his trademark weapon. It has multiple abilities, due in part to, and I'm not using the apparently 2011 TV series where we're using the old version. Though, give me a second. The new version of the Sword of Omens. I forgot that they did do another series. The legendary weapon of, they definitely. Let's see. Actually, this looks about right. It doesn't look like they changed. The animation's updated. The blade's razor sharp, never dulls, and is indestructible. Okay, that they changed. The blade was not indestructible. It was nigh indestructible, but it had been broken before. So the blade can be damaged, but as long as the Eye of Thundera is still intact, and they're not in danger. The Eye of Thundera is what gives the Sword of Omens a lot of its power, and it is the life force of all the Thunderians. I believe that's what they're called, anyway. So if that's destroyed, they're all gonna die. But it's immensely powerful magical trinket, gem. I think gem. It's kind of like a jewel of some kind. The ability to change length to a dagger to a sword whenever it bears as well. It can also, I believe, extend its length even further than that. Basically extend as far as you really want it to. Powerful extend kind of thing. Sword can produce powerful blue lightning and energy blast. That's also true through the blade, and red energy blast from the Eye of Thundera. That is also true. Again, going with the old one. Through the Eye of Thundera is able to sight clairvoyant sight, basically just remote viewing. To prevent the sword from being used by dark forces, the sword was imbued with mystical and magical safeguards. I believe that's right. Mumra can't use it. Can sense goodness in others. That's weird. I don't know about that one. But anyway, the sword is still razor sharp, nigh indestructible. It is or near indestructible. It is not indestructible. It can be broken. The blade is also highly reflective. Great. Release enough energy to overload the energy absorption. Sword also has, and I'm reading these verbatim off here. Where am I? Oh, yes. Sword possesses many other abilities, including generating force fields, manipulating temperature to create intense heat or flames, or freezing targets in ice, manipulating the energy it emits to be utilized by the wielder, such as creating bridges of energy and even pole vaults. The sword can levitate and fly, and grants the wielder the ability to fly by holding the sword as it travels through the air. Sword has also been seen to transport Lion-O from one place to another, teleportation. Sword generally grants the wielder any command they give, such as Lion-O tries to overload the energy absorption defense mechanism. Sword of Omens, give me power beyond power. Ho! And yeah. Phenomenal feat is that he's able to, whereby with the power of the sword was demonstrated, whereas by the sword, after being thrown to the eruption of energies escaping from the plant's core as a result of the plant tearing apart, managed to hold together those energies, control them, and use it to its own power to restrain them, restore them, to their normal state, thus holding the entire plant together. That's a very powerful sword. Again, a lot of this is probably coming from the Eye of Thundera, to be fair. The sword can be recalled by the wielder, as long as they say, Sword of Omens, come to me, I command you, by the Eye of Thundera, come to me. Passed through Thunderians, whatever not used, kept mountain on a rack. Sword of Omens is wired with guard knowledge, is one of the most powerful, and if not the most powerful weapon in existence, in the Thundercats universe, mind you. The only weapon even ever proven truly to have matched it in strength and power is Excalibur, which managed to pierce the source of power, Thundera, defeating it and rendering it useless in turmoil, and re-energized it. So, yeah, like I said, the Eye of Thundera is both a source of power and a weakness. So, I mean, there's not much else to explain here with that. But yeah, that's a big source of weakness. Also, despite the fact he can probably heal quicker than, say, your average individual, Lion-O is no stronger, and he's still capable of dying. He's not immortal, he's not indestructible, he's still capable of dying and being injured. So let's keep that clear right now. But without further ado, let's get to this fight. Who's going to win this fight? How does this fight take place? Well, let's say, looking for planeswalkers to aid in the battle against Nicol Bolas, he ventures to a place known as Thundera, and he meets Lion-O, the leader of the Thundercats. Thinking this is just another race of Leons. Granted a more humanoid-looking race, he just talks to them, but they don't recognize this cat guy. He looks more cat than they do, so this must be one of Mum Ra's tricks, being still a kid. It's like, wait, maybe we should talk. Like, no, Sword of Omens, I command thee by the Eye of Thundera, come to me, shink, thunder, Thundercats, ho! And her eyes is like, whoa, whoa. And then, he comes down and says, be gone, evil cat demon! And then, yeah, the fight basically commences. Johnny parries with his axe. And it's like, whoa. It's like, look, I don't want to fight you. I'm just here to look and say, you cannot deceive me. Sword of Omens, give me sight beyond sight. And then just sensing no real evil. And it's like, it's a trick. And let's be clear, he's got a lot of advantages. He grew up, but he's also still a 10-year-old. So, weigh how intelligent he really is. So it comes like, and then he sends the blade. Like, whoa, Johnny just blocks it with the axe. Like, fine. And then he just comes in, powers through. They start an actual close range combat, close range fight. Johnny, I think, is actually going to, Lion-O does have probably like an actual skill advantage, but experience overall, no. He doesn't have, Johnny has probably decades of on-the-field experience hunting, fighting with his clan, things along those lines. So he's the more experienced fighter, and he's not a weak dude by any stretch of the means. So, he's ducking under, he's delivering a solid punch to the gut. Lion-O can take the hit, but it still hurts. Comes in again, hooks him in the back with the axe, because the Johnny's not trying to kill him right now. He's like, well, listen to me, stop this. How dare you try to attack me? How dare you? Well, I'll show you. And then he just flips. He's like, And then Johnny's like, look, I'm not trying to... Will you please just calm down? And it's like, Sword of Omens, give me power beyond power! And then just fires energy. And it's like, holy crap! And then Johnny's just... Well, obviously, I thought it'd be fun to actually see her, Johnny just saying, holy crap! But, he brings his blade, channels some of his energy in there to strengthen himself a bit. And then just... Boom! Cuts the energy in half, but it takes a good amount of effort. He goes flying back a bit. It's like, he's grinding on there, dragging his axe. It's like, this guy's got a lot of power. I can't afford to take any real hits from him. He manages to heal himself up a little bit. So he comes in again, weaving, ducking, bobbing, weaving. Thundercat is like, Sword of Omen, give me, I don't know, shield beyond shield. I don't know what the force field command would be, but he just kind of has Johnny stuck in him. He's like, what is this? He's like, it's a force field. Now tell me, what does Mum-Ra want? And I was like, I don't know who this Mum-Ra is. Seriously, I just got here. Can we please chill and talk about this like rational adults? Ha! Shows that I'm only 10 years old. And then just throws him. Now, I know there's probably going to be some of you saying, oh, come on. Did you even watch Thundercats? Lion-O wouldn't do that. Are you sure Lion-O really wouldn't do that? Despite having all that skill and knowledge, he's still a 10-year-old. He still is, despite the fact he had to mature the hard way, he's still immature. He's a 10-year-old. So, I'm just saying, this is possibly a real scenario there. All right, and a real scenario happens. So, he crashes to Johnny, and Johnny's like, it's like, now, do you submit defeat and tell me? I've been trying to tell you the whole time. Like, oh, and what's that? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm from a different plane of existence. Is a different plane of existence. What is that? And so they have a brief conversation, and the other Thundercats eventually is like, is he down? He's like, it's like, he will not be bothering us anymore. It's like, Willie is like, look, I don't want any trouble. Look, clearly I'm in the wrong. Why don't I just leave? You'll leave here when I say early. You don't leave until I say. We're not done. He's like, look, what is wrong with you? It's like, did he tell you he's 10 years old? Yeah, then that's the problem. Lion-O, cut the crap. Then says like, but he's clear. Look, he's not like it. We're capping by. Look at him. And clearly he's got to be working with Mum-Ra. We haven't seen anyone else like this. Lion-O, seriously, chill out. So they're just trying to be. Johnny's like, okay, look, this has got to end. It's like this guy's clearly too immature. Maybe he really is 10 years old. I don't know. That's fine. Essentially, what he does is he uses his power to create basically essence. He actually starts to channel a bit of the Eye of Thundera, which actually signals to Lion-O that he's doing it. Channels just enough. It's like, how dare you? I knew it. You were trying to steal the Eye of Thundera. Well, take this power. Give me power beyond power. And then he's about to end it, but Ajani comes, creates essentially a doppelganger that is a combination of Lion-O and the Sword of Omens. And he basically brings the sword in, but he doesn't even realize it until he looks and sees what, and then they clash, and more or less an explosion happens. Lion-O is just thrown away, and he's like smoking birds. And Lion-O's like, Sword of Omen, and then Ajani just steps on the Sword of Omens and then just takes it, and you can feel it trying to go to him, but he's strong. I imagine Johnny's got enough physical strength to hold that back. Or if nothing else, just stab in the ground and keep it held back. It's like, yeah, no, you're done. Johnny's like, I don't know what your problem is, but you're done. And even they just like, and even all the Thundercats like, or Thunderians, Chitara, Panthro, I was like, look, I don't want any trouble. And, and they believe him because they're actually adults who are willing to listen a bit better than, say, Lion-O might. And it's like, yeah, we believe you. No, it's all good. We believe you. We're sorry about that. It's like, yeah, no, it's fine. He's like, oh, my neck. It's like, that guy, he's strong, though. I was like, yeah, we'll take that. It's like, oh, no, what are you, why are you helping? It's like, because you're being stupid. I was like, oh, am I? I was like, yeah, and then Johnny heals him. He actually, is like, what are you doing? Like, because I'm not the enemy here. I'm not just a guy passing through. And it's like, and then Lion-O would eventually be like, look, I'm sorry about that. It's been a crazy week. A lot of bad guys coming around. Sorry about that. It's like, look, it's cool. We're cool. We're cool. So it's not like one of them's gonna kill the other at the end of this fight. But I do think Ajani actually wins the fight. And I think this is the first time while I've been doing this that the Planeswalker I chose, I think, gets the majority wins. The reason I say that is experience-wise, Ajani just has more experience than Lion-O does. Lion-O, I think, has the overall better skill set. Like the hand-to-hand combat, physical strength, all that. But Ajani, who's no physical slouch himself, just probably not on par with quite the level of Lion-O, he's just had like decades more time on the battlefield, fighting with his clans. He's had just more fighting experience in general, hunting, dealing with other foes, dealing with other planeswalkers who are far more powerful than he is, far more powerful than Lion-O is. Let's not kid ourselves. If I pit Lion-O against like Nico Bolas or he's never fought Ugin, but if I put him against Nico Bolas, Bolas would just break him like that. Let's not kid ourselves here. The Eye of Thundera would be powerful, but Bolas is when we get the Bolas, you'll understand just how powerful Bolas actually is. If you're not aware of how powerful Bolas is. But he's got the experience advantage now. But also, it's that ability to basically manipulate the essence of things, manipulate the essence of an individual, and put that against someone. When you have something like Lion-O and the Eye of Thundera, which is essentially connected to the entire Thunderian race, that is part of them. Ergo, you can take the essence of the Eye of Thundera and basically create that avatar to fight. And it would defeat, and that would work. That would probably work. The Lion-O would take on that avatar too, probably not understanding what he's doing, just thinking it's another opponent. So, yeah, I think Ajani does win this the majority. Now, what's the majority? Lion-O definitely still has the physical advantage, I think. He also has the tool of it, because Ajani just has an axe, and I think that axe would be lucky to survive the fight. Great, he'd know how to parry and things. But, the Sword of Omens would definitely be a problem, as with the Eye of Thundera. But I think I'm going to go 30-70. I think 3 out of 10 times Lion-O does take a win. But I think 7 out of 10 times, 70% of the time, I do think it's Ajani that takes the win. But what do you think? Do you think Lion-O would win? Do you think Ajani would win? Majority, not wise? What? What do you think? Put it in the comments below. I'm interested to hear what you think. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, subscribe. As always, if you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Ideas for who would win, Star Wars, Superior Magic, What If, anything to do on the channel, put that in the comments below as well. I'll get to that at some point. So, who would win? I've already got them written out, but obviously I'll take whatever suggestions you like to offer. Obviously there'll be who would win tomorrow. I'm going to pre-record my What If on Tuesday. We'll have Death Battle prediction on Wednesday because we got the Jack Afro fight coming. And one of those times I wish I could do a live reaction. Or I just wish I could record and, do that. I just can't. I am certain one day I'll find out that there's something that's let me to do that the whole time. But until then, no. Death Battle prediction. Mission Impossible. That's the movie. And Mamma Mia 2. I'm seeing that tomorrow. Here we go again. Don't think I won't open it with that in some way, shape, or form. Don't think I won't. And that's the usual stuff, really. I mean, week of who would win, Death Battle prediction, what ifs, movie reviews, the usual. They are showing the new the previews for Commander 2018, but I've said I'm not going to go back to the Magic spoilers until Ravnica rolls around. So I'm not going to do that until Ravnica rolls around. So yeah, but thanks for watching though. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Have a good one, folks.